I'll be starting the session here in about 5 minutes or so. Wait for a few more people to come in. Okay, we'll be starting here in a couple minutes in case there's any latecomers. Give me about another 2 or 3 minutes. Still have some people joining us. I'm going to give it another couple minutes. All right, let's go ahead and start here. It's after 3:30. Hello, my name is Jason Whited. I'm an instructional technology consultant here in the College of Education at East Carolina University. We are offering these sessions open to our partners in the Latham Clinical School Network and others to give the opportunity for professional development. You can earn CEUs from these sessions. If you attend 10 sessions offered by myself, Holly Fales, who's also in the Office of Assessment and Accreditation where I'm at, or Dan Zuberbeer, who is in the Teaching Resource Center from the library. You've all seen the link, and you can go there and register for any of those. And once you get 10 of them, please feel free to contact me, and I'll show you my email later on, and then I will make sure that you get the CEU from the Department of Teacher Education. So let's just jump into here. And first, before we do that, let's talk a little bit about, okay, if you have questions, I have up the window open for questions. So feel free to ask me at any time. I'll be watching them. And all you need to do is find this little icon up here, the Q&A, click on it, and this window will pop up. And once you answer the question, I'll see it. Feel free to ask a question at any time, and I'll answer it for you. I'd like a lot of interaction and lots of questions because I want to know what you're thinking and what you need to know so I can tailor this to what you guys need. So again, like I said, this is the intro to Google Docs. You can download the presentation here. I also put the link on the front page of the video session where it says on the College of Education, download the presentation here. If you feel free to download it, you have it, but you can follow along too. So let's talk about what are Google Docs. As you see, Google Docs is a web-based word processing application that is part of Google Drive Office Suite. It lends itself to multiple authors working in real time on one document. So basically it's Google's version of Microsoft Office. They have Word, they have Excel, and they have PowerPoint, which they call Docs, Docs, Sheets, and Slides. And it's a great tool. I think the biggest factor with this tool is that the collaboration. I know that Office 365 offers collaboration if everybody has access to it, but that costs money where this is free. And people ask me, well, how come Google is doing this? Well, I just saw an article the other day that said Google's revenue from their advertising from the Google site is more than NBC, ABC, CBS, and Fox combined. So they have the money to do this. So they are trying to be out there and help education and create the Google Apps for Education in a way to show that they are being forward thinking and letting people know what they can do and how it can help people. So they're always updating it, changing it, trying to make it better. Go back here. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, so why use Google Docs? I mean, you look at this graphic I came across, and it's this, and It shows Microsoft Office, Microsoft Word is the same thing as Pages, which is the same thing as Google Docs, same thing with PowerPoint, Keynote, presentations, Excel, numbers, and Google Spreadsheets. And they do the same thing. Google Docs does the same basic functions as Microsoft Word. It might not get as fancy as Word, but for 99.99% of all people, they just need a basic word processor. So why not use it? Same thing with the presentations and same thing with spreadsheets. They're not getting very complicated, but they keep improving all these products to keep up to date and even and hopefully surpass the Office Works. Now, the nice thing about Google Docs is that Google Docs will open any Microsoft Word, any PowerPoint presentation, any Microsoft Excel, and you can convert it over to a Google format to share. Pages and Keynote and Numbers will also open the Microsoft Word, but those things cannot be opened in Google Docs, but they can be stored there. So you can use the Google Drive aspect to store them. So let's go ahead and create one. So I'm going to go over here, and this is my drive, and it's right up here. It's one of the ways to do it. This is click New, Google Docs. And there you go. It's that simple. You got it. Another way to do it is you can go up here to the waffle, click on it, and click on Google Docs. And this is kind of a nicer way to do it because it actually will link to your templates. And these templates are pre-formatted ways that you can, if you want to make a resume and say this format of resume, this, and then all you can do is substitute everything in. It's a great way to do that. And there's tons of templates out there for it. And they're adding more every day. So it's a great way for that. I'm going to close that. But if I open Docs from here, again, like I showed you before, but the resume reports, and it kind of also lists which ones you've used today, yesterday. So it kind of gives you a list. So if you're looking for one that you did before, instead of searching for your drive, and you just want to find all your docs, it's a great way to search for them too, to find a previous one. So now the breakdown. Google Docs looks a lot like Microsoft Word. You have your title up here, and we'll call this one where you can title it. You can then, here is going to be, like it shows here, your menu bar. So you can see if you want to make a copy of it, download it. We'll talk about that. Edit it, view, insert an image, a table, format it, some tools. And we'll talk about add-ons a little bit later, but those are pretty cool. And then again, here's your text size. So if you want to say, okay, I don't want Terra, I want Comic Sans, that one. Let's make it a little bigger, 14. You want to say, just like Microsoft. And it's very easy. And like I said before, it's great that it's free. My neighbor a couple months ago was coming to me and they said, hey, Jason, I bought a new laptop, but I really don't want to put Microsoft Word on it. And he was trying to do Open Office. And I was like, why do you want to do Open Office? I said, let's look at Google. And so we looked at it, and he's an adjunct faculty member at a community college in the area, and he loved it. He said, this is great. This is what I needed. And he realized really quickly that he has some teenagers in his house, and they were already using it because they're using it in their schools. And he was like, wow, this is so great. And again, it's free, and a lot of people are using it. Again, like I said, there's no difference. If all you want for a word processor, it's real simple. Here. Now, tables. The one thing I like about the tables aspect, and it's the same thing in Word, is I can insert them really easily. And like I said, it's very simple. Insert a table. I can say I want it to be 1, or I can say insert, and just like Office, I can say no, I want 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 rows. Boom, there it is. And then I can fill out everything I want to it with it. It's really nice. It's inserted, and then you go down here and say, and it's anything else. If I want to insert an image, just go here and go to image, and I can do for my Google Drive. I can say, look, there's a select, and there's an image. I'm an Ohio University alum, and I work for ECU, so it's kind of my Bobcat and Pirate Land thing. But really simple. I mean, and then one of the things I like about the tables is the aspect of that, people are talking about is you can organize your document so that you can say, okay, I'm going to insert a table, and I want 2 columns, 2. There's my table, and I'm going to go ahead and then what I want to do is right click it, and I'm going to go table properties, and I can change my color, my border to nothing. Okay, the table's still there. If I want to right click in here, right clicked in there, I want to insert an image again. Grab one of my daughter in her costume. Oops, did not get my table. Oh, that's right, it wasn't in there. Okay. Let me go here and format it again. Properties, go to. And then if I want to insert in that image, and see, it made its size to fit the table, which is really nice. So if you want to lay out your document, if you want to create a flyer or something, it's kind of an easy way to say, okay, I want this here, this size, this here. I could put text over here, and I know I still have another box down there. I can put another image or text. So it's just a nice way to organize your documents. And like I said earlier, if you just came to us lately, I've seen some more people have joined us. I'll go back here. If you want to ask a question, all you need to do is go to your Q&A up here, click on it, and ask me a question. Feel free to. Like I said, I want to come back and answer any of your questions so that we can make this kind of directed towards what you feel your needs are. So those are just some of the basics looking at it. But now the biggest thing about Google Docs and all Google things is the collaboration aspect of it. You can collaborate with anybody, anywhere. They don't have to have a Gmail account. You can send them the link. If it's just a specific person who has a Gmail account, you can send it to them. You can give them rights just to view it, edit it, or comment it. And that's what the great thing about this. It's really interesting because yesterday I was talking to my colleague, and we're working on a presentation for a conference we want to go to in January, and a little write-up submission, and she was just like, okay, here, I'm emailing you the latest update. I'm like, why don't we just do a Google document? It'd make it so much easier than you emailing it and me waiting 2 minutes while I get it, reply, fix it, reply back. And she was just easy with that way. We've talked about it since then. So next time we use a Google Doc. But at that point, it was just like, okay. But it just was like so monotonous and time consuming to wait on her to send the email and get back to her and everything, when a Google Doc would simply do it. So I'm going to go over here, and this is the Google Drive, Google Copy Drive 1. And what I wanted to do with this is I shared you the link also at the front page. So feel free to jump in here. And when I ask you to comment and do some stuff on this, it's interesting. This document was created by one of the new things that Google Docs is, and that's voice to text. And I'll show that a little bit later. So if you read through it, it's pretty bad and needs edited because it was a previous workshop where I recorded myself and those were there. But one of the nice things about this sharing is, we go here, but not only just share something, you can, when you get into a document, you can comment. So I can comment here and said, and there, it said it twice. And so if I wanted to resolve it, I can click on it, and then I can say I've delete one of those out and I've resolved it. You can also, from commenting there, you can do oops, sorry. You have editing, and you have suggestions and viewing, and these are the different options you have from there. So go ahead, if you've got the link already, jump on there and feel free to edit it, because you can see the let me show you. I'm jumping in the document now. Yep, see, people are there. Anonymous Monkey is doing it. I'll highlight the College of Education, and you can see that I'm the anonymous origin. So then I could fix that, or I can say then, and it's and you can see who did the edits like this, and I'll show you, but I can, so let me go here and I'll type in icon. go ahead, take a second to edit this a little bit so that you can play with it for a second, so you can see how it is. And while you're doing it, you can see what your the other people who are on this presentation are doing. So you can see other people are doing it. So if you just jump in there, see Anonymous Monkey did it. Yep. And I know that here at ECU, a lot of faculty are using this to collaborate on book chapters, articles, and stuff, not only with people within the college or university, but across the country or even the world, so that they can get these documents, say, hey, I made an update, and people come back and look at them. So it's a great way to collaborate. And it doesn't have to be on this device. I'm sitting here on my laptop, my desktop doing it, but I can do this from an iPad. I can do this from a laptop, a phone. So no matter what device you are, you can always come in and edit something like that, which makes it the universal part about it great. The other part nice about it too is that I can save a document offline, and then once I get online, I can it'll update automatically. So I can take this, I can be traveling with it, and work on it when I'm on a plane or in a car, and then as soon as I get the internet, it'll update it. I know that there is a fireman I've worked with here in Greenville, and he does their training, and he loves it because he does all his things in Google Docs. And when he has to go to Raleigh once a week or once every other week, he goes with another fireman, and he says that whole trip he gets a lot of work done because he does everything in Google Docs or Sheets, and then as soon as he gets back, he updates it. He says it's made his time more efficient, and he said instead of what used to be 2 hours of dead time or maybe writing some stuff and having to translate it later to forms, he said it's made it great for him. So all right, I think everybody's been playing around with this a little bit. We talked about comments. So we're doing some collaboration now. Revisions. So like I said, one of the great things is you can see revisions. You can look at it from two different ways. You can go up here, all changes, and you can see who's done what. So these are all the changes. So 348, this is the change here, change there. And you can look at them, and you get the option for storing the revisions. So if you've handed it off to and somebody did a total bunch of changes you didn't like for your document, or messed it up, or they left it open and their kid came through and typed a bunch of stuff on them, you can go back and say, you know what, I want to restore to this revision. So now all of a sudden, excuse me, it is back to that version of it. You get to it from up there, or you go here from File, from See Revision History, and it'll take you over there too. So it's two different ways to get to the same thing. But like I said, it's great is that you can go back and change it to a previous revision if something's changed that you didn't like. I'm not sure about what your buffering issue is, Donna. It could be where your internet is. I don't know what much to do to tell you to fix it. I know that it depends if you're in a school or something. Sometimes they don't have it as good of internet connection, or it can be your device too. So just try to bear with me. I'm sorry. There will be a video of this up. So if you want to come back and watch it later, you can. So let's go to voice to text. This is probably one of my favorite little things. As you can see, if you read right here, my name is Jason Whited, and why did I, that whole bit. And if you look at our document, it's the same thing. My name is Jason, and why did I? And like I said, I did that previously when I was doing a session, and I thought that, hey, I want to try this because if I ever want to caption this, closed caption this, I have the text already from what I talked about. So it was great, and it's real simple to do. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new document here. And then pilot voice. I can spell. And I want to do here, file, no, insert, I'm sorry, tools, voice typing. I've clicked it to start to speak. So you can see there, now it's everything I'm saying. It's going to record it. Now, it's not the best. Sometimes you'll get a word or two off, or if you say on, as you see, and as you can see, it's not following me, but it's a great way. I think, especially for some people like me who sometimes have problems from getting from my brain to my keyboard, I think too much, that this is a great way for me just to talk it out, that I can look at it and edit it, or find somebody else who can edit it better than I can. But there's plenty of apps and add-ons out there that will help you with your editing. And I'll show a little bit of those when I get to the add-on section. And then when you're done, you just click off the microphone. And there you have it. So it's a great way to make comments to something. If you are, let's say you're watching a video or something of somebody and you want to make some comments along with, hey, at this part, you say this or that, and you just want to have those records there. Instead of stopping it, you can. So it's just a great, neat tool. There used to be an add-on for it, but Google's put it in there. Oh, Tracy's asking. Let's see what Tracy wants. And see, we can communicate across the document. So that's a great way also to communicate with it. So as you can see that Tracy and I are communicating. So you can actually say, hey, Tracy, what's going on? So that she can, can communicate why we're doing it. So if she said, why did you make those changes? It's a great way to communicate. Thanks for trying that out, Tracy. You are. And now you're all on the camera too. So like I said, voice to text is great, and play with it and try it. But one of the nice things about Google it's opened it up to third-party vendors. And Microsoft is all about Microsoft, but Google said, okay, you know what? There's a lot of people out there with great ideas, and we want to let them share it to us and then share it with people. And some of them cost some money, but most of them are free. So when we're back to our Google document, you want to click on your add-ins here, and I'll go over here to the voice one, add-ons, and you can this is your whole list of them, and it's real easy to get them. Just get an add-on here, and you can say thesaurus. You can scroll down through here to see them. Easy Bib. Like I said, this might give you a free trial, and then you have to pay for it. Mind mapping, but you really should look at these and see what might apply to your classes. There's a lot of math ones. If you want to say go through here and say education ones, there's highlighting tools. GMath is a very popular one. This is a voice to text one. I just downloaded this Rarity Spell today. Docs to forms. There's a bunch of them here, and just look through them because all kinds of options. So if I want to look through here, I want to do an add-on, and let's go with one of my favorites is Link Chooser. And so you can select from a file or folder link within your Google document, within your Google Drive. Sorry. So I want to say, I want to speak here. I'm going to highlight this word. I'm going to do an add-on, and this, you choose Link Chooser, and I can select the file or folder I want to use from it, and I can say I'm going to do my hello world. Select, and now that word speaks. So if you have a PDF of an article that you want to save in your Google Drive and you want to refer to other people with it, you can just put a link in there directly to it, and it doesn't have to go outside to go to this website, go here, but here's the article, and that way you can share it. So and you put it within the article. One of the other nice ones I like is Cloud Generator, and this one's pretty nice. And I'm going to go back to this voice, and when I do it, I go my add-ins and tag Cloud Generator, and see, I say great way too many times. But if you're trying to make sure you're not repetitive, you can check it there, or you want to make sure you highlight certain words. So like if I go over here and I do it here, See, Google and Drive, and that was what this presentation prior to. So those are the two big words there. Again, I say great a lot. I apologize for that. Stuff, share, and you can look through the different words, but it's a neat little tool. And I know that cloud generators are kind of popular, but you can take them from your words and stuff like this from your documents and create them. And one of the other nice ones, features with this is research. We're all doing research. Our students are doing research, and it's a great tool. So if I'm going to go in here to my voice and I want to look at something, let's go back here to the copy one, and I want to look at my word waffle again. I highlight it, right click, and then I can define it. There's what waffle means. I can then right click it and I can research it. And of course, it pops up Wikipedia, one of the most researched things, and we all know how quote unquote accurate it is, but it does it. And you can search through here, and if you get more technical terms that come up, but waffle's a pretty generic term. But one of the things I like about it too is I can go up here and say, wow, I like this image. And I can just grab this image and pop it in there. And as you can see, there's the link to the image. And I have my other two images in here, and there are the links, the citations for them. So if I want to go back and get them, I know where they came from. And then I can click on this, wrap the text, and then it's boom. It kind of wraps around it. So it makes it nice to just take that image out and drop it right in there. So if you're writing a paper and you want to see something like, oh, wow, I need this image, I'll pop it right in there. Any questions? Okay. But I definitely play around with the research because it can do with citations and everything like that, and it's different formats. Now, one of the other things too is downloading something. So when you create your document and you want to download it, because this is a Google form, it is in Google format, but you might want to be say, wait a minute, I need it as a PDF because I don't want anybody to change it. I need it as a Word document because I'm going to submit it to my professor or my students to look at, and you can do that. So it's just easy. So you just want to go File, Download As, and there's your options. Real simple. So you can choose one of those document formats types, and then you go and download it. So then if somebody needs it as a Word document, then go for it from there. Or you can even do it as a web page. You can actually publish to the web and create your own web page, which if you want to play with, do that. You can email it as attachment from here, email collaborators. So whoever's collaborating on it, you send an email, but email is attachment. So you just put an email, it sends it as an attachment. You can make a copy from here to making a copy, say move it to a different folder, so that you can also from there you can say, okay, wait a minute, I want to make a copy of this, so I have this original and save it to a different folder. So one of the other nice functions that they've come up with OCR. Now we all have got a PDF, and we might want to, well, we like something we see in a PDF and everything, and OCR is a great function for that. It basically all it does is just takes the text, pulls it out of the PDF, it can and puts it into the document. Now it can also work on handwritten notes. It's not very reliable. Same thing with PDF. You can take a picture of something, and it might pull some text out. It depends on how good of a picture. So you can take your iPad, take a picture of a menu or something, OCR it, and it'll pull out the text from it. It tries. It's not perfect, but it tries. But so if we really want to do this, we go back over here to my Google Drive, and let's find a PDF. So here, click on this as a PDF. I just right click it, and I want to open it with Google Docs. It might take it a minute or two while it does it. So if you look up here, here's the policies for this. I can click right here. It doesn't do anything, but when I scroll down to the end of the image, I picked a big document. Yeah. It didn't. And there's the text. As you can see, the text is underneath So go back up here. I'm sorry. So underneath each page is the text. So here's the first part, collaborative website, terms and use of copyright notice, collaborative. This did a really good job of all of it. So if you wanted to take a snippet out of there or something like that, you could. But it's just a great way to look at text. Like I said, if you can go through, if I go here to my Google Drive, and I know that I have this image right here of the back of a magazine of references. If I want to try to open this with Google Docs, it's going to take a little longer because it's a little harder text to read it. And up top, you see the image. And then down below, you see it's attempted text. So it's not really going to work that well, but it does work somewhat with handwritten notes. But you do have that option, and I wanted to share that with you. Okay. Any questions? Okay. So again, why do you want to use Google? Like I said, this is a great time to ask. Okay, my link just went dark. Says an error occurred. Please try again later. What do I do? Okay, Hannah, Donna, sorry. Go ahead. You can try to relog in from that link. If it doesn't work, you probably just have to watch the video. And then you can answer the questions at the end. So I'm sorry you're having these problems. But again, like I just want to reiterate why you want to use Google. I think that for the collaboration is the best part. Any other part is it's free. But if you have your students and they have a mobile device where maybe you're teaching BYOD or they get take home iPads or Chromebooks or something like this, they can still work offline. And then when they come into class, as soon as they get onto the internet, they can it'll automatically update everything. So it's not really limiting them. That's one of the nice things about Google Docs is they can use it offline and do it. Now, if you want to do a document, go through there. Okay. So any questions? I'm trying to think if there's anything else. The last session I had one or two questions. Oh, here's another place you get to share from. With it, let's go to Google Docs over here. So let me show you here too. Let's look at the documents here. Let's go to recent, and this is what I was looking for. So here's the Hello World Afternoon, and if I right click it here, I can download it again too. I can get open it with that, locate in my drive so I know exactly where it's at. I can move to it. I can add a star to it, and you can delete it from there too. So just want to show the other options if you want to view details about it, activity. But between your drive and your Google Docs, you should be able to figure everything out. So, and if you want to preview it. So since we've got some time and we can still talk about, like I said, add-ons are a great tool. I don't know if many of you use MindMeister to do a mind map. This one today is pretty neat. I did this Verity spell, and it's really nice one too that it'll start at the top and look at. So see, it's Jason Whited, so it's not found. I can skip that one to next and see why I did, so it's telling me it's not. It's a confusable word, so it means it's not in the right place. So it's not only looking for spelling, but it's checking grammar. So it's another great add-on that you should be looking at to use. Like I said, I've not used the GMath, a little bit about it, but it's for creative math expressions. Twitter, if you use Twitter, you can use there. Speech recognition, it's the same thing. And some of these are other writing aids. OpenClip is, if you want to do, and you want to search for Open Search Art Clip, it'll go over here. And if I want to say, let's go with pirates. And search. And I did pirates. So these should be all open clip art. So I can then say, hey, wait a minute. I'm going to pull it. Let's go down here, different page. I'm going to pull this out. I've inserted that open clip art. Click out of it. Wrap my text. And there it is. So that's a great other little add-on. It's nice that it's over here. And I can just take it out and insert it in. No. If the collaborator who created the document has deleted it, no. What I would recommend doing it if you're going to be working something like that is make your own copy of something. When you get something in a document, if it's shared with you, you can make a copy of it. Like when I sent you this link, feel free to make a copy of it. So if you've got something, Denise, that they're sharing with you and you really want to hold on to it, just make your own copy. And then you can always make a copy of every update or something like that. So you have maybe the different versions, especially if it's somebody else's document that they have the rights to. You just are kind of an editor to it, but if they want to delete it, it's gone. So looking through it, like I said, you can see I have no clue. Had an image. Yeah. Any other questions? Okay. Let me go back to so if there's not, I'm going to bring in the last here. What I need to do is fill out this survey here. Either link works. If you have any questions, you can email me at white@ecu.edu. But please, for me to be able to give you credit for watching this, you need to fill out the survey and take the little, because that, is the records that I know that you've taken, you participated in this. And then we'll match our records up. And when you contact me and said, hey, Jason, I've done 10 sessions. I did 4 Google ones, 3 distance learning, and 3 of the library ones. I can talk to my colleagues and I can pull up the list and say, yes, you did. I've got the 4 you did for me. Dan's got your 4 for him, and Holly's got your 2 you did for her. Excuse me. And then we can go ahead and get your CEU to you. Okay. If we use this to write a paper, will it fit? Will it only cite picture sources, or will it cite info sources also? If source citation add-on. There is, that's what, if you looked at the add-ons here, Easy Bib Center, it can manage your bibliography. It is a great one to, you can do your style, you can search for stuff, journal articles and stuff like this, but it only works for a couple for free, then you have to pay for it. But yeah, you can cite stuff with it. If I wanted to search for, let's say, let's get something, search for biology. And you can say, insert link, preview, and cite. So this is, I'm gonna look at what that says. The video Dutch, this teacher took biology lesson to the next level. Wow, I like that, so I want to cite it. So I'm gonna click it, I cite it, so it's giving me a 4, and right there's number 4. So yeah, it will cite you, and you can even, your format, I think it defaults to, and it gives you all the information. And you can mess with your formatting here, but yeah, you can cite. So it's, like I said, it's a great way, especially if you're doing real research, to go through and say, okay, I like that one, and then I want to look at this one. I want to cite. Oh, sorry. Oh, this is I saw that on Facebook the other day where she's doing the body. So, okay, I hope that answered your question, Ashley. Is there any other questions? If something occurs to you later, feel free to email me. It's the best way to get a hold of me, and I'll get back to you and say, hey, okay, let's look at this. Or if you're having a problem with it, I can try to help you figure it out. That's what I'm here for. Please look at our other sessions that are offered. All this PD that we're doing is what we're offering to our faculty here. And so we're hoping that you guys can use it too. So I'm working with faculty on using Google. I know that Dan is working with our faculty and our students. We're also offering it to our undergrads so that they can get to it. That's where the library thing is mainly geared towards. But I know that Holly is doing a lot with our faculty on teaching learning, distance learning. So if you ever want to teach any distance learning courses, feel free to look up at Holly's. She's very good at what she does with that aspect of it. So, okay, Bert. It's right here. Actually, if you want, I'll tell you what, I'll put the link out on the front page again, like I did with the other links. Give me a second here. All right. All right. Give it a second here. All right, so there's the survey link is out on the front page where the other links were. So I hope that helps you. All right, well, I'll stay online for a few more minutes in case anybody needs anything. Otherwise, I hope this is helpful, and feel free to get back with me with any questions. Have a good day. All right, it's a quarter after. I'm going to sign off here. There's been no other questions. Like I said, I've put all the links from this out on the front page of the session, so feel free to go there. You've still got the link so you can look and play around in here. But I'm going to sign off. You all have a good night then.